Ever heard of Contractor's all-risk insurance, but aren't sure what it actually covers? You're not alone in that. And here's the shocker. All risk doesn't actually mean everything is covered. Stick around, because today's breakdown shows exactly what's covered and what's not. So what is Contractor's all-risk insurance? Contractor's all-risk insurance, also known as CAR, is designed to protect construction projects from unexpected damage or loss. It's called all-risk because it covers everything except what's specifically excluded in the policy. Here's the key. An all-risk policy doesn't list what's covered. It lists what's excluded. So anything not mentioned in the exclusions is automatically covered. So at this point, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Who exactly is covered under Contractor's all-risk insurance? The parties typically include the main contractor protected from liability and damage to owned equipment or works. Subcontractors, covered for their own work and materials on site. Project owner, covered for any damage to the project or loss caused by the contractor's actions. The lender. If applicable, the bank or financial institution financing the project is listed as an insured party. One of the key advantages of this policy is that it protects the interests of all these parties without conflict. Everyone's fairly covered, and the policy helps avoid disputes when it comes to claims or responsibilities. Let's break down what's the scope of coverage under a contractor's all-risk policy. Section 1. Material damage. This is one of the core benefits. Protecting physical property involved in the project, which include the following. Contract works. Cover damage to the actual construction. Items entrusted to the contractor, including materials or equipment belonging to the project owner, handed over for installation, like air conditioning units, elevators, or other systems. Construction materials, such as supplies stored on site, in transit, or sometimes off-site, depending on the policy. Contractors' plant and equipment, whether owned or rented, such as cranes, excavators, mixers, and generators. Whether it's the work under construction, materials on site, or essential equipment, Section 1 has it all covered. Moving to Section 2, third-party liability. This covers people or property outside the construction site, including bodily injury or death to third parties. It also covers incidents like injuries to passers-by or visitors. Third-party property damage covers damage to neighboring buildings, vehicles, or infrastructure. And it covers legal defense or lawsuits related to third-party injury or damage. Third-party liability ensures the contractor is protected if held responsible for accidents or damage involving others. A standard contractor's all-risk policy offers broad protection for some of the most common risks on a construction site. A typical policy covers natural disasters, such storms, floods, earthquakes, lightning, and fire. It also covers theft and burglary of materials, tools, or equipment from the site, and covers accidental collapses of scaffolding, formwork, or parts of the structure under construction. Debris removal after a covered event, helping keep the site safe and work on track. But beyond the standard coverage, under a contractor's policy, some works often require additional endorsements to be included in the policy. These can be critical for full protection, especially on large or high-risk projects. So here is a breakdown of the most important additional coverage to consider adding on. 1. Strikes, riots, and civil commotions. 2. Damage during transit covers construction materials or equipment while they are being transported between sites. 3. Existing property protects surrounding buildings or property not part of the new construction that could be affected by project activities. Adding the right endorsements can significantly strengthen the coverage and help avoid costly gaps. It's worth carefully reviewing the project needs to ensure the right protections are in place. So, what are the exclusions under Contractor's all-risk policy? Exclusions are critical to understand because this policy doesn't list what's covered, only what's not. So, here's what's typically excluded. Exclusion 1, war and terrorism. Exclusion 2, normal wear and tear or lack of maintenance. Exclusion 3, design flaws or construction defects. Exclusion 4, pollution or contamination. Also note that workers' compensation and employers' liability are usually covered under separate policies. And the same goes for professional indemnity for design errors, which is covered by its own policy. While Contractor's all-risk covers a broad range of risks, Understanding these exclusions is key to avoiding surprises. To sum up, Contractor's all-risk insurance is a vital safeguard for construction projects. It covers material damage and third-party liability, protecting contractors, subcontractors, and project owners from unexpected events that could cause financial setbacks. Always review the policy's terms and exclusions carefully. For more insights and helpful tips on protecting construction projects and businesses, subscribe and turn on notifications. And I will see you in the next one.